Hey, it's Aaron. Today I'm standing with a 2021 Lexus RC 350. This is the all-wheel drive package with the F Sport added on. Very, very nice coupe. So 3.5 liter, 311 horsepower. Pretty sure those numbers are right. Underneath this hood right here, pretty potent little V6 actually, to be really honest. And you know, you could go to the 450, get the V8 if you want it. I kind of like this package. It's kind of nice. It feels pretty good. It goes pretty well. But it is still a Lexus, which means it is not the sportiest drive on the road. But it's not terrible. It's actually pretty good. So I like what they've done. They've changed the grille. It's no longer that huge mammoth thing. It's still large, but it's not like it was before. All they really did was they changed to a mesh here, went away from the stripy thing that just made it look bigger. I saw somebody at my wife's work that has an older one of these. It's about 2 years old, and it has that old style grille, and I really did not dig it. So that's kind of cool. That's nice to see. Also, just a nice profile. Really pretty car. Looks really good. I'll show you the profile here. Might as well just do that right now, right? Yeah, let's look at it. So here you can see the profile of the little coupe here. Again, it is the F Sport package, so there are a couple of things changed with that, including that airfoil in the back, the F Sport badge, and I believe the wheels. So nicely done car though. These are beautiful Bridgestones. They're very good tires for this car. And then you can just see the 2+2 design is pretty timeless. I like the curve of the hood. It curves forward very aggressively, and I like the almost fastback cutoff, but not quite going on in the back. And that spoiler honestly really sets this car off. It wouldn't look nearly as good without it. So I'll come into the frame. You can kind of get an idea of the size. It is a small car, right? Not terrible to get in and out of though, despite being so small. I really like the look though. You know, I've talked about this before with cars that they either look really good or they look really crappy. Lexus has this beautiful gray color that's a great color for most of their cars, especially this one. It's just a really fine color. It's rich. It's a good color for this. And then it has got some speckle in it, so it reflects a little bit of light. And then you can see the light shelf going across here. It goes almost all the way across. So it starts as a curve underneath the fender there, and it curves on. So the body panel curve is happening right here, and then it flattens out right about this door handle. Starts to flatten, and it's flat all the way back here. So what that creates is it creates a light reflection that changes across the profile of the car. Really pretty. Also, if you're looking at the reflection, you can see the yellow stripes are reflecting in the paint. That should give you an idea of how that light reflection changes things, because you can see all of that's coming from the same direction off the ground, but it's reflected in different ways across the bodywork of the car. So hopefully that you can see that and it makes sense. Wheels are beautiful. Lexus knows how to make really good looking wheels. These are no exception right there. So let's look on the inside really quick. I won't bother with the trunk. You know, it's a good sized trunk, but do you buy this for the trunk? No. So inside the car, I am 6'3" and I have plenty of headroom. So this belies it. It sticks up pretty high. I've got about almost 2 inches. So that's really impressive. Most sport coupes I do not fit in very well. I'm usually scraping my head or having to hunch slightly. So very nice on that. This is an older layout, so Lexus has not updated this vehicle versus others in their lineup. That means that it still has a cruise control dongle, still has way too many buttons on the left, some of which are very important. Going through the car wash earlier, I had to find the parking radars to turn them off, otherwise I was going to go deaf. And they're down here. It was easy to find if you know where they are, but it took me a minute to find them. Also, just a couple of things. The automatic wipers are a pain to turn off, to know that you've turned them off. There's a light, there's an indicator, it's very visible, but knowing what to do with the dongle to make it turn off is a little more complicated. But again, one of those things that you just learn. So overall, nice layout. It is a luxury car, so of course it has a physical timepiece with no numbers on it. True mark of a luxury car, FYI. one of my go-tos. Is that's a luxury car, and that sounds like a dumb joke, but it's actually the truth. If I see a mechanical clock in a car, must be a luxury car. It's just a thing. Anyway, now back to it. So the interior is very comfortable. I would not try to put anybody in the back seat. If you are, it should be some sort of punishment for some reason. You shouldn't put them back there because you like them. Dogs, fine. I wouldn't try to get a car seat back there. I don't think there's enough room. But otherwise, nicely done interior. This really is a two-seater. The extra seats in the back aren't really for people. Just saying. But nicely done, wonderful interior, and like all Lexus interiors, exceedingly posh and comfortable. So very well done interior. I do want to talk about drive quality. So let's go look at the back of it for a minute, just because everybody likes to see that. And I'll talk about what it's like driving this thing. So here you can see the back end of the RC350. Wonderful design. Again, this spoiler really does a lot of work to set this off. But beautiful setup. Again, F-Sport package, very, very good looking. So the drive quality, driving this down the road is really nice. So there's a little bit of sport to it. It does feel sporty, but it's not as sporty as most of the European makes that I've been in. So comparatively, this is the least sporty of the coupes that I've been in this size class. But it is one of the most comfortable that I have been in. And it feels like a luxury car. When you're in it, you know you're in a luxury car. There is no question. And it just feels good down the road. It's a nice cruiser. So if I were to categorize this, I would say it's more like a saloon-style two-seat cruiser than it is like a sport coupe. That's kind of how I would classify it. Beautifully done. I love the design. I love the look of this car. It just has a really positive feel about it. And then on top of that, nobody will think it's anything but Lexus. So very, very distinctive and not ugly in any way. Very, very good looking car. So there you go. That's all I got to say. This has been Aaron with the 2021 Lexus RC 350 with the F-Sport package and etc. Talk to you again soon.